Imagine if you're a young person and you know you're never going to get to go to school because going to school means that you can't work and then consequently your family's going to go hungry. Or imagine you're a young person and your parents don't read or write because they never had the chance to go to school because their parents didn't have the resources. So they can't take you to school to even fill out the registration papers. If a child is hungry, they're not going to be able to learn effectively. If you don't have adequate shelter, all of these things, if you don't have a safe place to sleep at night, you're not going to succeed academically. So we decided early on, this program couldn't be very narrow in its focus. While our end game, our ultimate goal is to help these kids reach their potential and thrive, primarily through providing access to really quality educational opportunities. We needed to make sure that they had all of those basic needs met as well.
Cambió mi vida porque muchas veces no puedo conseguir todo lo que piden en la escuela y yo antes pensaba que nada más iba a llegar hasta la secundaria porque no tenemos dinero para pagar los estudios universitarios ya que esos son muy caros.
Yo estoy muy agradecida porque gracias a Dios en primer lugar y en segundo lugar gracias a Katy, mis hijas van a ser alguien en la vida y no van a estar así como yo antes.
When we decided to launch this program, we figured out what it looked like. We knew we wanted to focus on providing access to educational opportunities for young people in this community. So we were ready to go. And our goal was to serve 25 to 30 students from kindergarten through college age. And by August 3rd, when school started, we had 72 students. We had a tremendous waiting list. And so we expanded our team, and we still have a significant waiting list.
You don't have to pay tuition to go to public schools starting in high school in the States. In Mexico, you do. There's so many other barriers that families face. People will come to the office and they'll be crying because they're just so happy that now their kids can go to school.
Antes cuando la vivienda no tenía el apoyo que ustedes nos daban a nosotros, ella no iba a la escuela. Nos pagamos mucho de taxi y ahora sí estoy contenta con el programa que usted nos está ayudando porque eso nos ha ayudado mucho para nosotros.
I've seen the families change a lot. The kids are doing better at school, their lives are getting better. You really can change the world because when you change one kid's life, you change his world and all of its generations to come.
The need is so great. There are so many students in this community that have so much potential, that want so badly to have access to educational opportunities, but all of this takes resources. We account for every penny that is donated so that there is never a question about, is this really going to serve the kids and where is my money going? Now that we've seen what's possible and we've seen how with such a relatively small investment in each student, we can have such a tremendous impact. It is overwhelming in a sense to me sometimes how many kids are out there. I quite honestly lose sleep sometimes thinking about the kids on our waiting list. I hate the fact that we have a waiting list because I see what's happening with the kids that do get into our program, and I know that that could be happening with every student. It would be much less expensive and much easier, believe me, if we just provided what we would consider a traditional scholarship and provided 330 students with the resources they need to get in the door. We paid their tuition, bought their uniform, paid for their books, paid for their fees, and said, good luck, we'll see you next fall. And if you make it through that year and are able to get good grades, we'll fund you again. That doesn't work with the families we serve. Because of the lack of resources, because of the obstacles that they face, if we were to do that and say, good luck, we hope it goes well, for most of them it would not go well. So for us, I believe the strength of our program, but what also requires more resources, is that we look at this as whatever it takes, one child, one family at a time. What better investment is there? than young people with potential and helping them realize that potential.